sports. It's in the game.
Somebody stop me. Lord, if I'm doing it wrong, then please stop me. Stop me. Stop me. Stop me. And Lord, if I'm doing it wrong, then please stop me. I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I'm gonna hold it down, I swear. I roll up and I'm smelling like a right now. I do this for my rounds, oh yeah. Feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in a good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall. Chillin' like a boss with my feet up. Got a bag for him with a visa. Pulling up the know the leader. Getting that while I'm on the. She's a keeper. No play burritos. Get to the pesos with amigos. I cannot with no zeros. Don't you run out? No, I can't show you no love, baby. Yeah, I am a boss in the cut, Mayday. Bubbles and these models, it's popping, I tip her. I skip her, I give her the. Girl, you on my line right now. Yeah, I can see the signs right now. Feeling like a boss right now. Feeling like a boss.
Hello again, everybody. It is the coach. You're tuned in to Madden 19 on EA Sports. Up next, we've got a good one on tap between the visiting Houston Texans and the Pittsburgh Steelers. With that, we're off to Pittsburgh for the home opener. On the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. A few moments ago, the Steeler offensive starters, including all-pro wideout Antonio Brown, were introduced. And they've got this crowd in a frenzy as they get set to square off with the Houston Texans. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They've been buoyed by getting 2 home games right at the start, and they come off a good victory in Week 1. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Texans, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes that actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in Week 2. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. Leading the charge will be their quarterback, always fun to watch, Deshaun Watson.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Now a first down throw, Watson. Josh Doxson's got it complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On 1st and 10, Watson, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up on a former first-rounder Artie Burns. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
First carry for James Conner. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hurry up, here we go. Green.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Over. Set. Blue 90.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Watch him now, Barney.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player as well as a physical specimen.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Detroit.
He'll look to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Deshaun Watson of the Texans offense trot back out there. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him. It did only... Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through him.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And that is going to skip out of bounds. So a break there for sure. They'll hold on to the possession at the 5-yard line.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. And he'll need to find a way to shrug off the opening drive, if you can even call it a drive. 1 play and an interception, so he's got to forget that.
I know that in today's football, we have a good number of coaches who don't look at time of possession the way that the old school guys did. But there's still a place for it. And I think that on this drive, after having thrown that interception, they're going to want to eat up a little bit more clock and run some offense and give their defense a little bit of a break.
And let's take a look at the Texans offense.
Will Fuller is one of the young flyers in the NFL and gets to top speed in just a couple of steps, so everyone has to respect the deep game because he'll blow past people in a hurry. But what that does is leaves open space underneath. He can take the short pass, turn it into a bigger gain because he makes people miss. If he takes care of his hands and doesn't drop a pass or 2 in a game, he's going to be one of the best receivers in the league.
On second down, here's Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. The receiving numbers for Hopkins a week ago. 4 catches, 71 yards.
And what we just saw there was exactly what they need against this defense. Big plays. They were able to pick up a first down on that one.
Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Bud Dupree not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. To throw is Watson. And that's off the mark, incomplete. He was looking to get it to his running back, Lamar Miller, and it's 3rd down.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. Underneath for Miller. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. Back deep for the Steelers, Antonio Brown. Meanwhile, we will not get another play as time will run out on this first quarter. 6-0 is our score. More from the Steel City coming up after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2 as they take over following the punt with a 1st and 10. They start with a give to counter. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down. That fits the bill.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. On the crossing route, complete. That's James. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. On play action, they'll throw. On the move to his left. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 30-yard line.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Down to about the 22 here.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through and picking up first downs.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney! Now let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play.
Here we go. Green, 39!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Out to his left. Guys, man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. In for the score. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Now Mike Tomlin says let's go ahead and go for 2.
All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Boswell on now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Houston. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Faking the give. Now Watson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. They were trying to get it there to Josh Doxson. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Close there. He caught it, just wasn't able to stay in bounds.
And that's where the sideline was used as a 12th defender. You know, 11's legal. This one is an imaginary one that my college coach used to call Sammy Sideline. Sammy Sideline can protect you at times, and in this case, that's exactly what he did for the defenders. So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes, and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Watson. And a Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Bud Dupree in there to get him his 2nd sack now in the afternoon.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. From the gun, here's Watson. And he's going to go down again. Bud Dupree getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very low. Watson hands this to Foreman. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now Brown. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Coney Ealy in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly. And in the second quarter, it's the Vikings who are out on top. The Vikes trying to finish that one off and claim victory. From there, we move to Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City to see what's going on with the Chiefs. And they trail the visiting Denver Broncos in that one. Cortland Sutton, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou. Check on the Saints at home at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. And at this point, they trail the visiting Atlanta Falcons. Devontae Freeman has a touchdown there. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And a guy that can change the game shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game? It just happened right there.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Partner, I think there's a lesson there. Some days you're just having a really tough time, and for the defense, today has been that day. But after that play, what do you learn? You can still make plays even when the other guy's having success against you.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. D. Ford able to drop him for a loss of 12. And it'll be 4th down. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
And Boswell's kick is good. And the lead extends. It's 15-0. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Deshaun Watson and the Texans offense trot back out there. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road in just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Watson setting up the screen for Miller. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. So unable to get any yardage at all off of the screen there on 3rd down.
And ordinarily on 3rd down, that's when you want to bring pressure. You get all your guys who want to get after the quarterback. But how about the patience they showed? Read the play, snuffed it out, and made a nice stop.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for Houston. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. With it is Brown. 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Over! Set! Green 39! Green 39! Hot! Hot!
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rolling to his left. He finds an opening past the 40. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Tackle made by Whitney Merciless.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! Hot! Hot!
Again, it's Connor. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Gun! Set! 3-19!
Back to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
Here we go now.
to throw now on first down. Forced out to his left. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him. So I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney. Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While he gets attended to, we'll step aside. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And not much running room. Down to the 32.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney. Now let's go. Green.
He'll drop to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. He had their lone TD earlier. Now he's got a first down.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route, it's extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
Let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. When you talk about a battle being won in the trenches, that touchdown right there, a lot of credit to the offensive lineman.
Yeah, when you watch them surge across the front, they really created great space for the runner to get in.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. A 10-play drive that time. And it's capped off by a 13-yard touchdown run. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now out comes Houston. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
On first down, Watson. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Down. Black 22. Black 22.
Watson on first down. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Throwing again is Watson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there. But they were in zone defense. And what are the advantages of being in zone? Eyes and reaction. Eyes meaning all eyes are on the quarterback and able to react when he throws the football and rally to that spot. And that's exactly what happened there. Able to get there and knock it away.
The reception good for 7. It's third down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Black 22.
Watson on third down. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Here we go.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech.
3-19.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence? And they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Looking to throw. On the move to his left. 20! And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Right back to him on first down. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. 31 yards there and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now let's go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Out to his left. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The linebacker, Zach Cunningham, there defensively to make that play.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's merciless. In there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal.
This offense bent the defense in their long drive downfield, but once they got within sight of the goal line, the defense went to don't break mode and is stiffened.
And Boswell's kick is good. And that'll extend this lead now up to 25. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And now out comes Houston. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make it a 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment.